The U.S. export control laws were enacted after the Second World War in an effort to keep strategic or dangerous materials from getting into the wrong hands and being used against the United States and its allies. The importance of these laws has increased significantly in recent years, with the rise in international terrorism and the threat of weapons of mass destruction. Fundamentally, these laws are designed to protect us all from danger. U.S. government enforcement of the export control laws has increased significantly. We encourage you to listen carefully to this training program and to take time to think about how you can help look for potential export control problems in your daily work. You are the eyes and ears of the company, and company management is relying on you to be vigilant and report potential problems immediately to export compliance staff for resolution. The scope of the export control laws is broad and covers not only exports of goods from the United States, but also covers export activity occurring entirely outside the U.S. Specifically, these laws cover exports from the United States to other countries, for example, from the U.S. to France. They also cover exports of products between countries that do not involve the United States, for example, a shipment from France to China. Those of you who work outside the United States may be asking yourself whether the export control laws apply to you. Basically, because these laws can cover activities occurring outside the U.S., these laws apply to affiliates of U.S. companies as well. As a company, we have committed to conduct business with the highest integrity wherever we are in the world. As a valued employee, we expect you to join us in that commitment. Finally, most countries outside the U.S. in which we do business have laws similar to these in place, and as such, compliance is likely required under your local law as well. What is an export? An export is broadly defined and includes the release in any manner of products or technologies to a person who does not live in your country. The most common example is a physical shipment or mailing of a product across the border. That is clearly an export. However, the term export includes much more than just shipments across borders. It can include an item hand-carried across a border, training of people who are not citizens of your country, and oral discussions or email exchanges with individuals or entities outside your country. Therefore, before sharing confidential technology with someone outside your country, you should think about whether there are any export control rules that would prohibit you from doing so. Now that you understand what an export is, let's turn to the 4 basic rules of export controls of which you need to be aware. Rule number 1 is that you may not export or re-export to countries subject to comprehensive trade embargoes. There are currently 5 of these countries as listed here: Cuba, Sudan, Syria, North Korea, and Iran. Our company policy prohibits the sale of any products destined for these countries, and generally prohibits any of our entities from doing business with these countries.